and you try to stay away from them longer runs and try to break it up. So, from there, we've just got to focus on tonight, but then we got to get up early and come back to the gym tomorrow and play a tough Columbus team that's a Class A ball club as well, and they've got a lot of different things that will pose problems for us as well.
All right, let's grab the key to the game, and the key to the game brought to you by Team Chevrolet.
I think it's the rebound. So we got to box out, rebound, only give them one opportunity at the basket. If we can get out there and use our trapping defenses and get a few steals and get some layups, then we're right in the thick of things.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back with the starting lineups as this.
Next Gen Outfitters, where the adventure begins and the tradition continues. When it comes to an online retailer, this is the new standard in authentic hunt, camp, and shoot. Born from over a century of outdoor experience, your online retailer, Next Gen Outfitters.
Imagine an addition on that addition. That's the feeling with Capital One, where a new savings account earns an interest rate 5 times the national average. That's right, 5 times, as represented by 5 times more singers. This is banking reimagined. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Rate comparison based on FDIC national rate. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
93.3 KMOR.
And welcome back to Gering High School. Jeff Kelly with you here tonight from the Logos broadcast booth, and about ready to get started on the girls portion of this boy-girl doubleheader as Hastings comes to town. And a correction I need to make from last night. I had said that last night Hastings was going to be in Alliance, and then they were coming down here tonight. Actually, Hastings is in Gering tonight. They will travel to Alliance tomorrow. Columbus, who is Gering's opponent tomorrow, they are in Alliance tonight, and then they will be here in Gering tomorrow afternoon. The girls' game to tip off at noon, with the boys' game to follow, and we'll have that one for you right here on 93.3 KMOR. Well, it's now time to look at our starting lineups, and our starting lineups are brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. Learn more at wncc.edu. First, for Hastings, their head coach Greg Mays. They come in with a record of 0-2, and they will start this way. It'll be Katie Laux, 5'3", and a sophomore. Daisy Seeley, 5'8", and a junior. Mackenzie Long, 5'8", and a junior. Darlene Hinrichs, 5'6", and a senior. And rounding out the starting 5 for Hastings, it'll be Lauren Hinrichs, 6'1", and a junior. Starting 5 for Gering, they will start Macy Boggs, 5'8", and a junior. Kiera Guayo, 5'3", and a junior. Chloe Fries, 5'7", and a junior. Taylor Philbrick, 5'9", and a senior. And Emily Harrison in the starting lineup, 5'8", and a senior. And as I look down on the floor, they actually have 9 players out there this evening. So we did get 1 player back. They only had 8 last night. But I do believe that Briley Dean is back suited up as she's just taking off her warm-up, number 15 for Gering. So Gering up to 9 players. Of course, the freshman, Maddie Seiler, is still out, and she will probably be out at least until after the first of the year, as she suffered a knee injury in the first game of the season in the Western Conference Tournament last Thursday. Let's take our final break here in the pregame. We'll come back with the opening tip from Gering This is high school basketball.
Winter is upon us, and while safety is an important consideration all year long, there are some auto maintenance and safety checks that are specific to winter driving. To be sure you don't end up a road popsicle, take your vehicle to High Tech Auto and let Terry's team help you get an upper hand on Old Man Winter.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being.
Court finds Laux on the right side on the chest pass, gets it right back. Looking inside, now they'll skip pass, go down low to Heinrichs, and she's tied up down low by Macy Boggs. And the held ball, the possession arrow gives it to Gering with 4:46 left in the game. 42-37, Hastings on top. As Macy Boggs calls out the play, she'll bring it center court. On the right-handed dribble, picks up her dribble, finds Philbrick. And the ball stolen away by Laux. She'll stop at the free throw line, and she's fouled from behind by Macy Boggs as Macy coming up court couldn't find the breaks. That'll send Laux to the free throw line with 4.5 minutes left in the game. And Sydney Winkler back into the Gering lineup for Macy Boggs with those 2 personal fouls. Caitlin Laux, 10 points in the game. Misses the front end, but the rebound run down by Seeley for Hastings. Back out to Laux on the dribble, cross court, and then she fires a pass that goes through the hands of Daleen Heinrichs. And Gering head coach Steve Land wants a 30-second timeout. And we will keep it right here from Gering High School. Stay with us. We'll have the boys game between these 2 teams following this one, and some pregame comments from Gering head coach Kyle Cotton after last night's loss. A tough ball game, tough loss for the Gering boys last night. 56-55 was the final score there. A basket that came with 5.8 seconds left in the game by Blake Thine for Mitchell. The difference in that one, but a much different outcome than the first time Gering and Mitchell met up on the boys' side. It was a 33-point Mitchell win last Saturday in the 5th place game of the Western Conference Tournament. So out of the timeout, Gering will have it as they trail it by 5. Winkler brings it into the front court, picks up her dribble, looking, nobody there, and she throws it away. Waiting for somebody on that left side to pop open, and nobody did. And a turnover. It'll be Hastings' ball with 4:14 left in the game. Hastings by 5. Long into the front court. Bounces it to Seeley quickly inside, but check that. Bonsack steps in front of the pass, loose on the floor. Finally run down by Laux for Hastings. Into the hands of Long. Long drives, bounces down low, in close, and draining that basket is Darlene Heinrichs. She's got 4. 44-37. It's a 7-point lead. 15-footer by Bonsack misses the mark. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Hastings' ball here with 3 minutes and 41 seconds left in the game. Long will bring it into the front court for Hastings. Quick pass to Laux on the wing. Stops at the top of the key. Gives it back to Long. Long with 2 dribbles. High post to Heinrichs. Back to Seeley for a 3-ball and count it. Seeley with a dozen points. And the lead goes to 10 for Hastings. The 3:12 left. And then Gering throws the ball away. Laux picks it up. Heinrichs down low. Darlene to Lauren. And Lauren lays it up and in. And a timeout taken by Gering, a 60-second timeout. A minute and a half. Check that. 49-37. Gering trails it. We'll keep it right here through this timeout. And Melissa Float, your local national insurance agent, offers auto, home, life, business, farm, and ranch insurance. See Melissa Float for all your insurance needs. And this is Jeff Kelly coming to you tonight from the Logos broadcast booth. Stop in the Logos and the guys will custom design it, print it, and have it ready for the game. There's no job too big or too small for Logos in downtown Gering. So So Gering had it cut to 3 to start this fourth quarter. But since that time, Hastings has gone on a 9-0 run to make it 49-37. Right back here tomorrow afternoon as Columbus comes to town. I have the girls game for you, tip off at noon. Gering with the ball here, Sydney Winkler. High post of Bonsack, pass tipped away, loose. Picked up by Philbrick. She picks it up, looks down low for Freeze, and it's knocked out of bounds by Seeley. It'll remain at the Gering end. 2:48 left in the game. Aguayo quick on the inbound to Winkler. Her shot blocked from behind as Heinrichs comes up with the loose ball. And Hastings will come the other way, leading 49-37. Seeley has it. Back to Long. Long one dribble. Cross-court pass. Finds Laux. High post to Heinrichs. Back to Long. Pull-up jumper from 10. Drains it. Long with 5. 51-37. 2:15 left in the game. 3 ball, Chloe Freeze, front iron, long rebound. Seeley picks it up. She brings it into the front court, avoids the double team. High post to Heinrichs, knocked away. Seeley picks it up, stripped away from her. She regains for Hastings, picked up there by Aguayo. She'll turn, find Laux. Minute 50 left in the game. Laux behind the back dribble as Aguayo has her trying to avoid the double team. Seeley, high post, Heinrichs, 15-foot jumper on the way off the glass and in. Heinrichs with 8. 53-37 as Hastings has blown this one open as Aguayo misses the three-pointer, but right there with the rebound putback is Freeze, and she's fouled on the putback. And she has 13 points. And the foul was on Seeley. She picks up her third personal. And Chloe Freeze to try and convert on the traditional three-point play. But an 11-0 Hastings run finally broken with that basket by Chloe Freeze with 1:25 left in the game. Freeze converts on the traditional three-point play. She's got 14. 53-40 with 1:24 left. Hilgendorf into the Hastings lineup. Full court pressure set up by Gering. Duang inbounds to Heinrichs. Heinrichs picked up right there. Double team as she comes up the floor. She was double teamed by Freeze and Winkler, and she throws it away. And with 1:16 left, Gering will have the ball. And Nikki Todd into the Gering lineup. Boggs into the front court. Trying to cut it, get a cutting Sydney Winkler, and pass too high for her to handle. And another turnover for Gering. Hastings will have it, and Gering once again with full court pressure. Looking, they'll bounce it inside, knocked away, loose on the floor. And the possession arrow will give it to Hastings with 1:07 left in the game. Duang triggering the inbound, looking, and a foul called away from the ball. An offensive foul called on Heinrichs, and that'll give the ball to Gering at their offensive end. Winkler to inbound. Looking, toss out on top to Boggs. Macy to the free throw line, puts up the jumper. Little comes up short. And it goes out of bounds. That'll give it back to Hastings. We'll do it all over again with 1:04 left, and this time Laux will trigger the inbound. Looking. Now she'll finally toss it in, finds Heinrichs. We'll check that Long with it. Then Long tied up by Winkler, and the possession arrow will give it to Gering with 1:01 left in the game. 53-40. Gering trails it by 13. Emily Harrison to inbound. Gets it into Sydney Winkler. She'll find Boggs on the dribble to Emily Harrison. Pull-up jumper left side. Misses everything. Duang comes down with the rebound. 48 seconds left in the game. Duang into the front court for Hastings to Laux. Hastings is going to burn some time and come away with their first win of the season. Duang holds. Back to Laux. She holds it on her hip, now puts it on the floor. Back to Long. She dribbles into the corner. 24 seconds left. Back to Heinrichs. Laux holds it on her hip. Now Boggs will come out and pick her up with 14 seconds left. Laux continues to pound the dribble out front. 9 seconds left. 8 seconds. Ball stolen away by Freeze. Freeze on the run out. The layup up and good for Chloe Freeze. She's got 16, and that will end the game.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Who knows? Let's buy a new car so we can smell it. We're really breathing now.
For nasal congestion relief, get Vicks Sinex and breathe freely fast. Use as directed.
The holidays. Time for hot cocoa, mistletoe, and spreading joy. A different kind of joy. The joy of pushing your limits on snowy mornings.
You feel that, Peloton? That's greatness.
The joy of getting the right motivation when you think you can't go any further.
Don't back down now.
The joy of giving it all you've got. Until tomorrow. Because our kind of joy will keep you coming back for more.
Peloton, way to work. Great job, everybody.
This holiday, give the gift of Peloton at onepeloton.com.
It's time now for the Runza Post-Game Show, presented by Runza Restaurants. Runza makes a great stop before or after every game. Win or lose, Runza makes it all better. Now with the Runza Post-Game Show, once again, Jeff Kelly.
And welcome back to Gering High School as the girls' game is in the books. And it was a Gering loss here tonight. 53-40 was the final score. So with the loss, Gering drops to 2-3 on the year. And for Hastings, they get their first win of the year as they win it here over Gering. 53-40 is your final score. Take a look at the scoring through quarters as Hastings jumped out to a 5-3 lead. They led at the end at 15-7 as they outscored Gering 9-2 down the stretch in the first quarter. Into the second quarter, Gering cut the lead to 3 at 23-20 before Hastings went on a 9-1 run to lead at halftime 32-21. Into the third quarter, Hastings started out leading 32-24, but Gering came back to cut it to a 2-point game at 32-30 midway through the third quarter. They also cut it to 1 at 34-33 before Hastings went on a 3-0 run to make it 37-33, and it was 40-35. Hastings led it at the end of the third quarter. But Gering kind of ran out of gas in the fourth quarter as Hastings jumped out to a 10-point lead at 47-37. They made it 49-37 as they go on a 9-0 run. They expand that lead to an 11-0 run at 53-37 before Gering scored a basket to make it 53-39. And then down the stretch, Gering with 3 points down the stretch, just not enough as Hastings comes away with the 53-42 win here tonight, and with the loss, Gering goes to 2-3 on the year. And as we said, the Hastings Tigers get their first win of the year as they win it here. 53-40 was your final score. We'll come back and look at the final numbers and name our Taco John's player of the game. But once again, your final score.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
At Platte Valley Bank, we offer loans with competitive rates and quick decisions from our experienced lenders. Our team works hard to get to know you and your business. From ag to auto, home loans, and everything in between, we're here to help. Stop by Platte Valley Bank or apply online to find the loan that is right for you today.
At Main Street Market or at the Regional West Medical Center, and try it hot, iced, or even blended. The Emporium Express.
93.3 KMOR.
And welcome back to Gering High School. Jeff Kelly with you as we're in the Runs of Post-Game show between the girls and boys game, as the girls came away on the Gering side losing 53-40 was your final score. And it's now time to take a look at the numbers, brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. First for Hastings as they get their first win of the year. They were led in scoring tonight by Darcy Seeley with 12 points on the night. Caitlin Laux chipped in 10. Maddie Hilgendorf with 7. Lauren Heinrichs with 8. Grayson Osowski off the Hastings bench with 4 points. 3 points tonight for Dwang. Daleen Heinrichs chipped in 4. Mackenzie Long with 5. And as we said, Laux with 10. And Seeley with 12 points for Hastings as they get the 53-40 win. 2 players on the Gering side in double figures here this afternoon. Chloe Freeze once again leads the way. She had 16 points to lead all Gering scores. And Kiara Guayo with 13, the other Gering player in double figures. 8 points tonight for Taylor Philbrick. 3 points tonight for Macy Boggs. 2 points for Emily Harrison. And Kelsey Bonsack ended up with 1 point tonight for Gering as they lose it 53-40 was your final score here tonight. Sydney Winkler held scoreless tonight. Carly Pazanka, Nikki Todd did not get into the scorebook for Gering as they go to 2-3 on the season. So there's the final on your girls game, and let's set up your boys game here between these two teams as Gering, the boys, come in with a 1-3 record, but as we said, they lost to Mitchell last night 56-55. Mitchell jumped out to a quick 7-0 lead in the first quarter, and Gering came back to tie it at 7 before Mitchell went on a 10-2 run to lead 17-9 at the end of the first quarter. And Gering in the second quarter tied it at 19 in the second quarter and led 24-21 in the second quarter and 27-23 before Mitchell took the lead back at 28-27. And then Gering's Turner Ray with a 2-point field goal to give Gering the lead 31-30 at the half. In the third quarter, game went back and forth. Mitchell led 46-44, and after the third period ended, and into the fourth quarter, Bryce Sherrill with a three. That made it 54-55 late in the fourth quarter. Then Mitchell came with a timeout, or I checked that, Mitchell with a turnover. Then Gering turned it back over, and then Blake Thine with a layup with 5.2 seconds left. That gave Mitchell a 56-55 lead, and Gering wasn't able to get the shot off in the final 1.2 seconds of the game, and they lose it 56-55. Two players in double figures for Gering, as Bryce Sherrill led the way with 19 points and Turner Ray had 16. For Hastings, they come in, as we said, 3-0 on the season, ranked number 4 in Class B according to the Omaha World Herald. And their wins this season have come against Seward last Friday night, 62-21, to Crete last Saturday night, 56-39, and then they defeated Ralston this past Tuesday night, 65-51 was the score there. Well, I had a chance last night. I caught up with head coach Kyle Cotton, and we'll have that interview next as we continue on the boys pregame show here from Gering High School on 93.3 KMOR and on KMOR.com.
You have enough to worry about. Meetings, clients, employees. You are busy keeping up with all the demands of your business. Don't spend the little extra time you have cleaning up.
Perfect.
It's time to call Bluff Sanitary Supply and have the cleaning done for you. No job is too big or too small for our highly experienced and trained team. Weekly, bi-weekly, monthly schedules are available using the best products and equipment, including our truck-mounted professional steam cleaning for carpet, upholstery, tile, or grout. Let us do the cleaning. Bluff Sanitary Supply, 635-7727.
Tis the season for great gift ideas at Reichert Jewelers. We have the largest selection of engagement rings, wedding sets, and diamond fashion jewelry in western Nebraska. And just in time for the holidays, everything in the store is now 40 to 60% off. We have something for every wish, every dream, every budget. Diamonds, precious stones, colored diamonds, we have it all. Don't forget 40 to 60% off store-wide, and as always, layaway in Burlington Northern payroll deduction available. Only at Reichert Jewelers in the Walmart Plaza.
93.3 KMOR.
55. This was a much different game from last Saturday, but talk about your team's performance here this afternoon.
We came out and we really wanted to have an intensity that we didn't have on Saturday. We really wanted to try to force them into doing some things that they weren't comfortable doing, and I thought we did a really nice job of doing that for the most part. You know, you can always look back and say, you know, we could do this or this better, but I felt like the intensity was there. You know, we're trying to do those things that we've been preaching all excuse me, that we've been preaching, you know, throughout this whole preseason, and now we're starting to kind of see some of those things take hold. You know, I feel like we let this one get away. What were we, 6 of 15 from the free throw line? You know, that's not going to get it done against a good team. So, you know, we'll take it as a learning experience and, you know, just move on and try to get better.
What kind of things did you kind of want to concentrate on tonight against Mitchell from last Saturday?
Well, I thought we let them get into a rhythm early. We wanted to keep them on their toes and just try to get a hand in their face. They have a lot of guys that can shoot the ball. So you always have to be there. I thought we did a pretty good job of that. Rebounding has to be better for us, but, you know, they crash the boards hard, and they have a good team. So we knew that, but, you know, I like where we're headed.
You came out with the zone defense again here tonight. That seemed to cause them a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, you know, we've been working on that. It hasn't been real great for us right now, but, you know, we've been trying to mix some things up and keep people off balance. And, you know, like I said, that was the whole game plan to begin with. And, you know, they're going to win a lot of games. So, you know, we can't hang our head, but we got to learn from this.
What was your message to the team in the locker room after this one?
Just that, you know, take it as a learning experience. You know, we knew what they were going to run right at the end of the game, but we just couldn't slide over and cut the Tyne off, and, you know, he made a great play. So we just got to learn from it and move forward, but if we continue to take care of ourselves, by the end of the year we're going to be pretty dangerous.
A little bit of a change in your starting lineup for this team tonight. How do you think that worked out?
We just looked at the films, and Jack deserved to start. Colton's been playing well, but we felt like Jack gave us another dimension, and I thought he did an excellent job. The starting five really held them that first quarter, really set the tone, and made it difficult for them to score. And, Colton came in, and the other guys that came in did a good job. So, we're still experimenting, trying to figure out who we are, what we're good at, but I feel like we're getting a little closer.
So it doesn't get any easier for you this next couple of days with a tough Hastings team and an even tougher Class A team in Columbus.
Yeah, we knew that coming in. This is 3 days of tough basketball, but one of our goals is to make it to the state tournament. So if we're going to do that, we got to be ready to play 3 good teams. I hope we're prepared enough for this. We're going to go out and give it our best shot and see what we do. But 2 great teams. I think Hastings is ranked 2nd in the Omaha World Herald, so we're going to have to come out and play well tomorrow night. And then Columbus is Class A, and I think they just put up 92 points. So we're going to have our hands full, but we're just going to continue to try to work and get better.
All right, Coach, we appreciate you stopping by. A tough one tonight, but hopefully you can bounce back tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you very much. We'll do it.
And our pregame comments from head coach Kyle Cotton, brought to you by Team Chevrolet, as our key to the game brought to you by Team Chevrolet. And we'll come back with more on the boys pregame show from Gering High School.
These 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org. This message is sponsored and aired by Media of Nebraska and this station.
An Irish Christmas is coming to the Midwest Theater December 17th. Experience this world-class performance that the whole family will love. Songs and dance spinning out of the mists and into your hearts, featuring Silent Night, 12 Days of Christmas, and the Carol of Bells. An Irish Christmas as seen on PBS is coming to the Midwest Theater in Scottsbluff. Tickets on sale at midwesttheater.com or 632-4311. Join us for this memorable, moving, and pure magic in Irish Christmas December 17th at the Midwest Theater.
93.3 KMOR.
And welcome back to Gering High School as we get set for the boys game here between Hastings and Gering. As we said, Hastings comes into tonight's action ranked number 4 in Class B according to the Omaha World Herald, and they are undefeated on the year. They come in tonight at 3-0. And for the Gering boys, a tough loss last night at the hands of Mitchell, losing it 56-55. So with that loss, the Gering is riding a 2-game losing streak, and they are now 1-2 on the year as Gering back out on the floor. They, of course, will be the home team in the white jerseys here tonight with blue letters and numbers trimmed in gold. And I'm sure Hastings, when they come out of the locker room, they will be in the black road uniforms here tonight. One final, as we said earlier, as Scottsbluff at the tournament in Gillette, Wyoming, defeated Cody 68-48 was the final score there. And taking a look at some other scores around the area, see if we can pick up some girls' scores. The Sydney Lady Raiders went down to defeat to Chase County 42-40 was the final score there. And also in girls action, the Shadron Cardinals defeated Gordon Rushville tonight 47-21 was the final score in that one. And of course the final here tonight, the final score was 53-42 was the final. I had 53-40 in the scorebook. Well, there was your final score as the Gering girls went down to defeat after they had a big win last night over Mitchell. Just about ready, about 2 minutes and 47 seconds away from the start of this boys game, as both teams going through their final warm-ups here tonight. And just a few minutes we will give you the starting lineups in this contest. And once again, join us tomorrow. We'll be right back here at Gering High School. It'll be a noon tip-off for Gering and the Columbus Discoverers. And the Columbus Discoverers are taking on Alliance, and they will travel down here for that game tomorrow at noon. Hastings will travel up to Alliance to take on Alliance tomorrow. And of course, after the New Year's holiday, Gering will be at the GNAC tournament in Columbus, Nebraska, so getting an early chance to get a look at some of the teams that they will face in that GNAC tournament, as both Hastings and Columbus in the GNAC. And I think one of the first times I can remember that Columbus has been out here in Gering for basketball. And of course, on the football side, Hastings has come out here to Gering. In fact, they were out here in 2018. I believe the first time that maybe Hastings has been out here for a basketball game. So we'll get these two teams underway. About 1:06 left before the start of this boys game here from Gering High School, as we're getting ready for our starting lineups. And our starting lineups are brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. Quickly get into the Gering starting lineup, and it'll be Caleb Gonzalez along with Bryce Sherrill, Jack Franklin, Brett Pazanka, and Turner Ray. Turner Ray, a 6'4 junior. Franklin, a 6'1 junior. Brett Pazanka, a 6'1 junior. Bryce Sherrill, a 6'4 senior. And Caleb Gonzalez, a 5'8 senior. And getting ready for the introduction of the Hastings starting lineups right here tonight. And it'll be number 11, Connor Creech, a 6'4 senior, along with Jake Schroeder, a 6'5 senior, and JT Cafferty, a 6'3 senior, Hagen Hilgendorf, a 6'9 senior, and rounding out the top five, the starting five for Gering, it will be Mike Bovey, a 6'1 senior. As Caleb Gonzalez being introduced, along with Bryce Sherrill, Brett Pazanka, Jack Franklin, and finally Turner Ray. And Turner had 16 points last night in the 1-point loss to Hastings. Just about ready to get things underway here this evening beyond the boys' side, as the big man Hagen Hilgendorf, a 6'9 senior, he will jump it up for Hastings against Bryce Sherrill, as we are just about ready to get this one underway here from Gering High School. And the tap thrown up a little bit too high, but Hilgendorf controls it, and Hastings will move from right to left, or left to right, excuse me, as we start this one. Bovey has it. Gering in a 2-3 zone. Hilgendorf out top. They'll go down to the baseline to Schroeder. He can't convert, and Gering will come the other way. Gering from right to left. Bryce Sherrill has it. Quickly in the left corner to Turner Ray. Ray on the dribble drive, cut off. Back to Gonzalez, almost has it stripped away, loses the handle. It's loose on the floor. Picked up by Cafferty, and Hastings will come the other way. Here's Creech with it. Drives. Kick into the corner. Hilgendorf, 3-ball, too strong. Brett Pazanka comes down with the rebound, gets it ahead. Jack Franklin. Right side pass, Sherrill. Top of the key, Franklin as they work it from right to left. Pazanka in the corner. Now he'll drive, and pushing foul called on Hastings, Jake Schroeder. And our opening tip-off was brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scotts Bluff. Inbounds pass comes into Sherrill. Waiting for our first score as Franklin has it. Gering running the weave out front. Gonzalez holding. Finds Franklin on the right side. Pazanka with it. Top of the key, Franklin. Kick out to Pazanka, driving into the paint. Shot off the back iron. As Creech streaking down the floor to the basket, off the glass, doesn't go. But he'll go to the line to shoot two as he was fouled. That'll put Creech at the free throw line. Head coach for Hastings, we said, Lance Creech. And his son will step to the free throw line. Left-hander hits the first one. And we've got a 1-0 ball game here. Hastings ranked number 3 in Class B according to the Omaha World Herald. Creech true on both of his free throws. 2-0. Hastings on top. Gering with the ball. Here's Gonzalez with it. Franklin. Gering works it around the outside of the arc. Pazanka has it. Gonzalez. Gering continues to work it around the outside of the arc. Step back jumper for Bryce Sherrill. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Hastings. It'll be Gering's ball. 6:03 left. 2-0 Hastings. Quickly in. Turner Ray to the free throw line. Tough man-to-man defense by Hastings. They bounce baseline to Franklin. Tries to get it back to Ray, and it goes out of bounds. And will remain at the Gering end as Gering works from right to left here in this first half. Gonzalez will inbound baseline left. Quickly in. Turner Ray. Jumper misses the mark. Schroeder comes down with the rebound ahead to Creech. As Hastings in the black uniforms here tonight. White letters and numbers trimmed in orange. They have the ball. As Hilgendorf works with it. Bovey. One-hand pass down low, looking inside for the big 6'9" Hagen Hilgendorf, and it goes through his hands out of bounds. It'll stay at the Hastings end. Cafferty will inbound. They bounce it inside to Schroeder. He can't convert, gets it and puts it back up and in. His first two. Hastings 4-0, 5-8-19 left in the first quarter. Gonzalez on the dribble out front for Gering. Gives it up to Jack Franklin. He'll find Brett Pazanka on the dribble. Right side, splits a double team. Gonzalez, 3-ball, misses the mark. Rebound, run down by Creech. Quickly up the floor. They get it ahead. Bovey on the left side. Bovey drives against Sherrill. And an offensive foul called on Bovey. Bovey picks up his first. That'll bring Jared Sinek and Brennan Whitty into the Hastings lineup. As Gering with the ball, trailing by 4. Gonzalez in the front court, bounces high post. Sherrill. Bryce to the free throw line, goes up and under and drains it. Bryce Sherrill with the off-balance shot to make it 4-2. Gering trailing by 2. Lob it inside. Down low, Whitty inside. They go to Cafferty, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Bryce Sherrill commits the foul. That'll be his first team sixth. Or check that, team second. And JT Cafferty misses the first one. Cafferty, a 6'3" senior for the Hastings Tigers. As the second one high off the back iron, and that falls through. And Cafferty with one. 5-2. Gering trails it by 3. Pressure by Hastings. Turned over. Here's Creech with it on the right side. Whitty starts a drive, cut off. Kick it back out on top to Sinek. Gering in that 2-3 zone. Creech drives the runner with the left hand is good. Creech with 4. 7-5 Hastings. Pressure by Hastings in the backcourt. Gonzalez with it, trying to avoid the double team. Throw it out to Sherrill, down low. Jack Franklin drives, bounces down low. Ray's shot blocked from behind by Creech. It'll remain at the Gering end. And Colton Evers into the Gering lineup. Gonzalez will take a seat on the bench. And Colton Evers will trigger the inbound underneath the Gering basket. Baseline left at 3:55 left in the first quarter. 7-2. Hastings leads it. Evers looking. Here's Ray with it. Cross-court pass, Pazanka. Top of the key, Ray. Back to Pazanka in the corner. Jack Franklin with it. Now he'll bring it top of the key is Sherrill. Drives, kick out. Pazanka, 3-ball left corner. Bounces around, won't go. Cafferty comes down with the rebound for Hastings. Here's the big man, Hilgendorf into the paint. The kick out to Creech for 3. Connor Creech with 7. 10-2. Hastings on top by 8. 3:22 left first quarter. Gering at their offensive end. Jack Franklin, they quickly work it from right to left. Evers with the ball. The bounce to Sherrill on beyond the arc, right side. Good defense by Hastings. 3 minutes left first quarter. Franklin with it. As Sherrill has it. Bryce into the paint, looking. Back to Pazanka. Gering having trouble getting off a shot here. Franklin will bring it top of the key. Hand off Pazanka. Gering with the weave out front. Sherrill to Franklin. Down in the corner, baseline, Turner Ray, left side. Ray, bounce out on top. Back to Pazanka. Brett drives, throws it up with the right hand. Won't go. Hilgendorf comes down with the rebound. He'll find Creech, and Hastings into the offensive end with 2:16 left, leading by 8. Whitty in the corner. Creech, skip pass. Hilgendorf, 6'9", with a 3-ball. Misses the mark. And as Sherrill coming up the floor, he's fouled by Whitty. And that'll be the first personal on Whitty. Third team foul on Hastings. 10-2, 2:03 left here in the first quarter. Caleb Gonzalez back into the Gering lineup as Landon Jacobus checks in for Hastings. Gonzalez on the toss in. Finds Brett Pazanka. Gonzalez with it, gives it up to Colton Evers. His 3 too strong as Schroeder comes down with the rebound for Hastings. He'll give it up to Creech. He'll bring it into the Hastings offensive end. Dribble drive, dish down low as Schroeder lost the handle, but he gets it out to Whitty, who misses on the 3-ball. And Gering coming the other way, quickly ahead to Pazanka. Evers with it. To Sherrill, driving, tries to go behind the back pass to Rushalow. Misses the mark. The dunk missed. Long rebound comes out to Hastings as Gonzalez steals it away. And do we have a timeout called? Yes, a 30-second timeout called by Gering head coach Kyle Cotton. And we'll keep it right here. And we'll go back to the post game in the girls game, we did not name our Taco John's player of the game, and we're going to give our Taco John's player of the game in the girls game to Taylor Philbrick, as she ended the night with 8 points as the Gering girls went down to defeat 53-40 was the final score in that one. 10-2 here in the first quarter, as Hastings with some suffocating defense has really shut down the Gering offense. And this Hastings team with a lot of height, not just the 6'9" senior Hagen Hilgendorf, but they've got 6'3" guards, 6'5", 6'4", so a lot of height from the Hastings Tigers. Gering on the inbounds. Pazanka will walk it into the front court. On the dribble, high post, back to Ebers. He'll turn, hand it off to Pazanka. He'll hand back to Gonzalez, quickly to Sherrill in the corner. Give it up to Ebers. Ebers drives and puts it up and in, and he's fouled. Nice drive by Colton Ebers for his first points of the ball game. And that breaks a 6-0 run for Hastings. And Whitty commits the personal foul, pick up his second. And a correction, Hastings ranked number 3 according to the Omaha World Herald. I believe I said ranked number 4, as Evers converts on the traditional three-point play. 10-5 Hastings, 49 seconds left, first quarter. Creech setting the offense as they give it up to Sinek, to Whitty. Hilgendorf picks up the loose ball. Quickly from left to right. High post. Back to Schroeder. And a 2-point basket. And Creech with it to make it 12-5, 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. Gonzalez on the dribble out front. Hands to Sherrill, quickly to Ebers, 8 seconds left. Ebers loses the hand, he'll just give it up to Gonzalez. He'll launch for 3 and drain it. Caleb Gonzalez with 6 last night.
At TC & More in Scottsbluff, we have toys and puzzles for your children, or they make a great gift. TC & More has craft activities, pretend play toys, and dozens of puzzles and games for all ages. We also have the largest supply of Melissa and Doug toys. And we still carry all of your classroom essentials. Remember to like TC & More on Facebook. TC & More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Your light free of charge. You can do it. Visit AutoZone.com or stop into your local AutoZone today and we'll help you drive with confidence. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
What if you could drastically reduce your outrageous electric bill or eliminate it altogether? Roger at Panhandle Solar can make that dream a reality. Panhandle Solar has been installing solar electricity systems for over 10 years and putting thousands of dollars back in your pockets. Good for your wallet, great for the environment, and with a 30% federal tax credit, more affordable than ever. Call Panhandle Solar, 308-464-0462 for a free consultation on your home, farm, ranch, or business. That's Panhandle Solar, 308-464-0462. Have a sunny day.
93.3 KMOR.
Back at Gering High School as we start the second quarter. Gering down 4, 12-8. And Gering will have the ball to start the second quarter. Franklin Gonzalez. Riley Goodrose checked into the contest along with Ebers and Sam Rushello on the floor for Gering. Franklin on the dribble, tries to get it to Gonzalez, and it's tipped out of his hands, but he was the last one to touch it. And a turnover gives it back to Hastings. Creech into the front court for the Tigers. Bovee with it. They work it left side to Creech. Skip pass onto the right side. Gering in a 2-3 zone as they'll bounce it baseline to Schroeder. He's got it to Creech, the left-hander with the 3 ball around the rim and out. Doesn't go. Rebound fought for on the floor. Gonzalez picks it up, and a held ball. And the possession arrow will keep it at the... We'll keep it, yeah, I should say give it to Hastings here. So Hastings will inbound underneath their own basket. They lob it in quick to the big guy, Hilgendorf, and he scores it. Hilgendorf with his first 2 of the game. 14-8, Hastings, 7:09 left first half. Jack Franklin with it. They go in the corner to Caleb Gonzalez on the left side. Gonzalez holding, looking. Gering works it around the outside of the arc. Gonzalez behind the back dribble, dishes, baseline jumper, Franklin, high arcing shot, and misses the mark. Creech pulls down the rebound, head to the big man, Hilgendorf. He has to save it from going out of bounds. Kick it back out to Creech. His drive to the basket, up and in. Creech with 11. And an 8-point Hastings lead here with 6.5 minutes left first half. The Gering offensive end. Colton Ebers has it. He'll bounce baseline to Jack Franklin. Franklin with the left-handed dribble brings it up front. Gives it off to Caleb Gonzalez. Gonzalez from right to left. Gering running the weave out front as Ebers has it. Loses his balance and regains. Fires it to Franklin on the right side. Gering continuing to struggle to find offense here. Ebers with a 3-ball side iron. And coming up the floor, ball knocked away from Schroeder. Loose ball picked up by Gonzalez. Into the paint, loses the handle, regains. He's got it baseline. Here's Franklin in the corner. Ebers flips it out on top. Between the circles is Caleb Gonzalez. 16-8, Hastings by 8. Jack Franklin with the ball right side outside. Here's Ebers to Gonzalez. 3-ball, misses the mark. Rebound run down by Bovey. And Hastings will come the other way as Creech will walk it across the 10-second line. Big man Hilgendorf with it. To Bovey. Gering remains in that zone. Pass looked inside, tipped away. Franklin on the run out against the big man. His shot blocked, but Goodrow picks up the ball. Back to Ebers, and a timeout taken by head coach.
Renewal by Anderson, proud of what we do. At Renewal by Anderson, we are a local family business. Everyone from our office and project management teams to the best installers anywhere works with our owner, Andy Stelflew, to give our clients a red carpet experience every day. We're proud to carry the best windows and patio doors for sure, but most of all, we're proud to help our clients improve their lives at home with a great investment. Contact us today. We'd be proud to earn your business. Renewal by Anderson, proud of what we do.
Projects for the spring of 2020. VAP Construction has a reputation worth waiting for. Trust the strongest name in post frame and steel frame buildings. VAP Construction. That's VAPconstruction.com.
It's a new day. Opportunity is knocking. Open the door to your future in higher education at WNCC. With campuses in Alliance, Scottsbluff, and Sydney. It's for the bold chance takers. It's for the mold breakers. It's for me. From diplomas to degrees to finding your fun. Western Nebraska Community College. Spring classes start January 13th. Learn more at wncc.edu.
93.3 KMOR.
And welcome back to Gering High School, 16-8. Hastings leading it with 4:59 left in the second quarter. Out of the timeout, Gering with the ball. They'll inbound at their offensive end as they work from right to left here in this first half. Kozanka with it. On the dribble finds Ray in the right corner. Ray to Sherrill. Bryce Sherrill on the dribble, drive, puts it up with the right hand. Can't score it. Rebound tipped around, loose on the floor as Schroeder and the held ball. And it will be Gering's ball. So we'll keep it at the Gering end. Caleb Gonzalez to trigger the inbound with 4:40 left in the first half. Gonzalez looking, lob it out on top. Pass intercepted by Schroeder. Schroeder drives, dishes to Bovey, to Creech. He'll back it out, reset the offense for Hastings. Sinek handles it to Creech. Back to Sinek. They work it from right to left. They go inside in the paint. Schroeder with the left hand can't score. The rebound put back up and in. Schroeder with 4. 18-8. The lead now 10 for Hastings. They've gone on a 6-0 run to start this second quarter. At the Gering end, Gonzalez on the left side. Gives it up to Ebers. One-hand pass. Now right side. Ray with it. To Sherrill, to Ebers. Gering continuing to struggle, find scoring opportunities here in this first half. As Sherrill drives, tries to go up and under, can't do so. Kick out Ebers for a 3 ball. High off the back iron, touch the top of the backboard, and that'll give it to Hastings with 3:36 left in the first half. Hastings on top by 10, 18-8. Stay with us at halftime. We'll go over the first half numbers here. Bovey dribbles it off his foot, but Sinek right there to pick it up. He'll take it to the right side, high post. Schroeder, pull-up jumper from 10, count it. Schroeder with 6, 20-8. Hastings on top by a dozen. It's a pass tipped away. Bovey has it for Hastings. Gets it into the big man, Hilgendorf, for a 3 ball and drain it. 6'9", Hagen. Hilgendorf hits the 3 ball, and Hastings has blown it open 23-8 with 2:53 left here in the first half. A dribble drive and a kick out to Ray goes through his hands, and it'll be Hastings ball. Ebers out, Jack Franklin back in for Gering, and checking in also for Gering, Noah Longoria. As head coach Kyle Cotton trying to find some offense on this Gering side. Sinek into the front court. Has it, right side pass, Bovey with it on the wing. He'll put it on the floor against Brett Pazanka. Bovey, chest pass to Creech. Now Creech, big step into the paint to Schroeder. Shot goes and he's fouled. Schroeder with his 8th point here in this first half. And he'll go to the free throw line to try to convert on the traditional 3-point play. Foul was on Gering's Turner Ray. Picks up his second, 3rd team on Gering. And Jake Schroeder, a 6'5" senior. Can't convert. Long rebound picked up by Turner Ray, and Gering will come the other way. Ahead quickly, Jack Franklin. Franklin into the paint. Misses the mark with the shot. As Schroeder comes down with the ball for Hastings. Gets it ahead to Creech. Creech loses a handle, and it's loose, and it will go over to Gering with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in the first half. 25-8. Gering trailing this one. They have not scored a point here in this second quarter. Jack Coyle, a 5'9" senior, checking into the Hastings lineup. Gering looking for their first points here in this second quarter, as Sherrill has to save it from going out of bounds off the pass. They'll give it up to Franklin, to Bryce Sherrill. His 3 misses the mark. Longoria comes down with it. Back to Bryce. Bryce driving into the paint. Doesn't go. But he'll go to the line to shoot free throws. Jack Coyle commits the foul. And a minute 52 left. And Bryce Sherrill, who had 19 points last night in the 1-point loss to Mitchell, at the line. Makes the first one, and that breaks the scoring drought, as those points came with a minute 52 left before the end of the first half. Second one on the way by Bryce. He drains them both. He's got 4 in the game. 25-10. Hastings with the ball. Here's Bovey, gets it to Schroeder, stripped away from him. Bovey picks up the loose ball, 1:33 left. High post to Schroeder, kick out Bovey, 3-ball left side, and an offensive foul away from the ball. Jack Coyle, the guilty party. And Gering will have it. Trailing by 15 points here with 1:26 left in the first half. Gering into the front court. The clock has not started yet. Now they started. And Gering turns the ball over. And right back to Hastings, who leads it by 15 points. Ahead to Sinek. Hilgendorf. Kick out back to Sinek. Quickly to Bovey. Bovey in the right corner, takes it inside the arc and backs it right out. Now he gets it back, the bounce baseline. Schroeder. Kick out to Creech. They work it around the outside of the arc. Into the high post. Schroeder back out to Creech, the left-hander with the 3-ball. It's too strong. Save from going out of bounds into the hands of Schroeder. Pull-up jumper in the paint off the front iron. And Gering has it, 49 seconds left. Ahead, Bryce Sherrill with it. Bryce will take it to the right side, hand it to Franklin. Franklin brings it to the left side for Gering, 39 seconds left. Longoria handling. Back to Bryce Sherrill. Gering with good ball movement. Longoria tries to go up and under with the right hand, doesn't go. Hilgendorf comes down with the rebound, 25 seconds left here in the first half. And Creech will slow it up. Bounce it into the front court, then a timeout taken by Hastings head coach.
Hey Grandma, thanks for all the gifts.
Oh, I'm so glad you like them. I'm really sorry I couldn't make it.
Yeah, we are too.
Set timer for 15 minutes.
Mom, Dad, say hi to Grandma.
Hey,
Hi.
Oh, miss you guys.
We're making your famous mashed potatoes.
Set the crock pot on high.
Wow, technology sure has changed.
Everyone, say hi to Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
When a strong, reliable network really counts, let our Allo family worry about the technology that keeps you connected.
After being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers. The Internal Agency for Research on Cancer warned that overexposure to Roundup and other weed killers may increase the risk of developing non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Monsanto, the manufacturer of Roundup, may have known that Roundup and other weed killers were likely linked to organ damage and cancer. This information was hidden from the public as proprietary trade secret since 1981, and Monsanto may have failed to warn of the potential risk of cancer. If your loved one has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Call us now at 800-308-0081. Our network of attorneys are ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call now for a free consultation at 800-308-0081. You must protect your legal rights. Call 800-308-0081. Again, 800-308-0081. 93.3 KMOR.
And back here at Gering High School, 16 seconds left before the end of the first half. And out of the timeout, Hastings will inbound at their offensive end as they work from left to right. As the inbounds pass knocked out of bounds by Brett Bazanka. And Hastings will do it one more time. Toss in comes to Bovey. They'll wait for Creech to come into the front court, then he'll bounce it to him. As Creech running the offense. Quickly to the right side to Bovey. Bovey into the corner, 3-ball for the big man Hilgendorf, and he gets called for traveling. And give it back to Gering with 1.6 seconds left. And Caleb Gonzalez checking into the Gering lineup. Jack Franklin will trigger the inbound. As substitutions on both sides, JT Cafferty back in. As Hastings sets up full court pressure right here. Quickly into Pazanka. He'll toss it 3/4 court off the backboard, and that ends the first half. We're at half.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
When we transform Nebraska corn into ethanol, it doesn't disappear from the food supply. It just takes a little detour. Ethanol is made from the starch. The rest of the corn becomes livestock feed to create meat and dairy products, corn oil, sweetener, and other food ingredients, and maybe a little carbon dioxide to make your soft drinks fizzy. Homegrown ethanol helps satisfy America's hunger for energy and the world's appetite for feed and food. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturday, 8 to 1. For details or 24/7 emergency service, call them at 308-575-1403. Hinkle's Ag Repair, your local Krone hay and forage equipment dealer in Scottsbluff, making you a neighbor, not a number.
93.3 KMOR.
And welcome back to Gering High School. We're at halftime, and it's been all Hastings in this first half of this one, as Hastings leads it 25-10 here at halftime. It was Hastings 12-8 at the end of the first quarter, and from there Hastings went on a 13-0 run before Gering finally got Bryce Sherrill to the free throw line to hit 2 free throws, but Gering was held scoreless till the minute 52 mark in the second quarter before those 2 Bryce Sherrill free throws broke the Hastings scoring run. But here at halftime, Hastings on top 25-10. We'll come back and look at the individual.
Buyers Realty has been helping people in the community find their dream home since 1994. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, our friendly staff will put in the work to help you reach the finish line. We also do property management for buildings in Scottsbluff, Gering, and beyond. You can find an extensive list of our properties by visiting our website at callbuyersrealty.com. Or you can visit our Scottsbluff offices on Avenue B, right next to Bumper to Bumper. Panhandle's best, Buyers Realty. Community strong, community proud, we have what you're looking for.
Design, as well as some of the highest quality and customer ratings in the industry. Not to mention, we've also got the top mattress brands and no-interest financing options that fit any budget. So come in today and see why Ashley Home Store is America's #1 furniture and mattress store. Ashley Home Store, 1310 West 27th Street, Scottsbluff. This is home.
93.3 KMOR.
And Jeff Kelly back at Gering High School. Hastings leading Gering at the half, 25-10. And now it's time to look at the numbers brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. First off on the scoring totals for Hastings, they were led in scoring in the first half by the 6'4" senior Connor Creech. Creech with 11 first half points. 8 points in the first half for Jake Schroeder. 5 points for the big man, the 6'9" senior Hagen Hilgendorf, as he hit a 3 in the second quarter. And 1 point at halftime for Hastings, J.T. Cafferty. Not a lot of scoring on the Gering side of the ledger, as a very tall, very long Hastings team really cut down on the number of scoring opportunities for Gering in the first half. But Bryce Sherrill led the way at halftime with 4 points, and 3 points each for Cole Nevers and for Caleb Gonzalez at halftime, as everybody else held scoreless here in the first half, as Gering trailing Hastings by 15 here at halftime, 25-10 on the West Coast School.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162.
This is Jane. She thinks she's just filling her car, but she's also filling the air with cancer-causing toxic chemicals used to boost octane in gas. What doesn't burn in the engine enters the air and your lungs, even your heart and brain. Bad for everyone, especially kids. Ethanol is a natural octane booster, clean burning and non-toxic. More ethanol means less scary stuff in our gas and in the air we breathe. And that makes your choice pretty plain, Jane.
For locations near you, go to huskerfuel.com.
081 93.3 KMOR.
And Jeff Kelly back with you here at Gering High School at halftime, coming to you from the Logos broadcast booth. And be sure to stop in the Logos, and the guys will custom design it, print it, and have it ready for the game. There's no job too big or too small for Logos in downtown Gering. Some other scores from around the area in boys basketball at the half. Shadron leading Gordon Rushville 25-17. And see if we can grab some other scores earlier tonight in boys basketball at the tournament in Gillette, Wyoming. The Scottsbluff Bearcats got a 20-point win over Cody. 68-48 was the final score there. And Chris Cottrell bringing all that action to you from Gillette, Wyoming. Elsewhere tonight in Wyoming, Pine Bluffs defeated Moorcroft 72-31 was the final score in that one. And update you quickly on a couple of girls' scores from around the area. South Platte defeated Layton 46-43. Final score, Southeast defeated Shoshone 26-19. In a game you heard earlier here on 93.3, the Hastings Tigers got their first win of the season over the Gering girls. 53-42 was the final score there. The Kimball girls defeat Perkins County 36-21. And the Sydney Red Raiders, the girls team, state ranked in Class B, lost to Chase County tonight. 42-40 was the final score there. And the Shadron girls a win tonight over Gordon Rushville 47-21. Those scores from girls basketball around the area. Let's take one more break. We'll come back with the start of the second half from Gering High School. But at halftime, Hastings leads Gering 25-10 on the West Coast score.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
Changing leaf colors means yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
Thank you for trusting us for over 80 years, and we wish you a blessed holiday season. First State Bank, member FDIC.
93.3 KMOR.
Jeff Kelly with you back here at Gering High School tonight on 93.3 KMOR and on KNEB.TV on Allo Channel 15 and Mobius Channel 1500 as Gering just getting back out onto the floor. There's a lot of time spent in the locker room with head coach Kyle Cotton as Gering coming back onto the floor with about a minute left before the end of the first half. We'll be right back here tomorrow afternoon as Columbus comes to town. Girls game will tip off at noon, boys game to follow. And we'll have that one for you also right here on 93.3 KMOR. And getting ready for the start of this second half. And Hastings will have the ball to start the second half. And they will start their same starting five: Creech, Schroeder, Cafferty, Hilgendorf, and Bovey. And we'll see what starting five Gering will send out. It will be Franklin, same starting five: Franklin, Ray, Sherrill, Gonzalez, and Brett Pazanka. Gering outscored 13-2 in the second quarter by Hastings as they have jumped out to a 15-point lead, and Hastings will move from right to left in this second half, and they have the ball in the road black uniforms with white letters and numbers trimmed in orange. Cafferty dribbles to the right side, tries to bounce inside to Hilgendorf, intercepted by Sherrill at the free throw line. Kick out Pazanka, three ball off the rim, too strong as Hilgendorf, the big man, comes down with the rebound, gets it ahead to Schroeder. Kick out Bovey, quickly to Creech. Creech drives, dishes down low. Schroeder can't convert, but gets the rebound, put back. And Schroeder with 10. Hastings by 17. Here as we just get underway in the second half. At the Gering end, they move from left to right. Here's Pazanka on the right wing. To Sherrill, to Gonzalez. Back to Ray in the corner to Jack Franklin. Franklin will put it on the floor. One bounce back to Sherrill. Sherrill drives the runner with the right hand. Too strong. Creech comes down with the rebound. On the push into the paint to the basket. And an offensive foul called on Connor Creech on his drive to the basket. And the first personal on Creech. First team foul on Hastings. So Gering will have it. Gonzalez into the front court for the Bulldogs. To Bryce Sherrill as he calls out play number 2. Tough man-to-man defense by the Hastings Tigers. Sherrill to Gonzalez. Gonzalez works it on the dribble, now directing traffic as Pazanka goes from left to right. Outside to Sherrill, three ball off the front iron. Creech comes down with the rebound. And he crashes into a Gering player. And we'll get a blocking foul called on Brett Pazanka. Or check that on Turner Ray. Picks up his third personal foul. 6:12 left, 27-10. Hastings on top. High post, they go to Schroeder, lob down low for Hilgendorf, and Hilgendorf lays it up and in. He's got 7, and a 4-0 run to start this third quarter, 29-10. Hastings on top. Bryce Sherrill, pull up from 17, too strong. Cafferty comes down with the rebound on the push ahead. Bovey down low. Schroeder driving and laying it up and in. Schroeder elevating for his 12th point of the night. 31-10. A 21-point Hastings lead. Gonzalez driving. Misses the mark. Rebound comes down. Hastings on the push. Creech cross-court pass. Bovey in the corner. Schroeder dishes down low. Hilgendorf can't score, but he'll draw the foul. And the big man will go to the line to shoot 2. As Bryce Sherrill committing the personal foul. And that'll put Hagen Hilgendorf, a 6'9" senior, at the line. Makes the first one. Second personal on Bryce Sherrill. Second team on Gering. Colton Evers into the Gering lineup for Bryce Sherrill. And the second one in and out, no good. Schroeder pulls down the rebound. Kick out to Creech. Creech on the dribble drive right side. Dishes down low to Hilgendorf, and the big man starting to get heated up. He's got 10. 34-10. 24-point Gering lead in the Bulldogs turn it over as Creech drives and scores at the Hastings end. 36-10, Hastings on top. Now with full court pressure broken as Evers gets it into the front court. The bounce to Gonzalez, to Pazanka down low. Brett can't score it, and Hastings will come the other way with 4:40 left in the third quarter, 36-10. Hastings on top, and driving and scoring once again is Schroeder, and it's 38-10, 28-point Hastings lead, and a timeout on the floor taken by Gering head coach.
At Platte Valley Bank, we offer loans with competitive rates and quick decisions from our experienced lenders. Our team works hard to get to know you and your business. From ag to auto, home loans, and everything in between, we're here to help. Stop by Platte Valley Bank or apply online to find the loan that is right for you today.
To finding your fun, Western Nebraska Community College. Spring classes start January 13th. Learn more at wncc.edu.
93.3 KMOR.
Back at Gering High School, 4:28 left in the third quarter, 38-10. Hastings on top. Gering with the ball. They work from left to right. Jack Franklin loses the handle. Turner Ray to Jack, back to Franklin. Franklin drives, can't score it, but he'll go to the line to shoot free throws. As the foul was on J.T. Cafferty, he'll pick up his first. Second team on Hastings as Jack Franklin looking to get into the scorebook here tonight. And that puts Gering on the board at 38-11 as Hastings went on a 13-0 run to start the third quarter. Franklin makes them both. 38-12, 4:07 left in the third quarter. Creech on the offensive end for Hastings. To Cafferty. Creech driving with the left hand and puts it up and in. Creech with 15 points. 40-12, 3:46 left in the third quarter. Franklin gives up to Gonzalez for a three ball, and Caleb Gonzalez, 2 threes in the game. Make it 40-15. Creech, lob play to the big man, Hilgendorf. He can't control it. Ebers comes down with the loose ball and he throws it away. Creech will come the other way for Hastings. On the right side, bounce out on top to Cafferty. Down in the corner, Bovey for a three. Too strong. Ebers comes down with the rebound. The outlet to Gonzalez. Caleb quickly up the floor. He'll hand to Jack Franklin. Quickly to Ebers, back to Franklin. Caleb again for a three ball. That glances off the glass. And Hastings comes down with it. Three ball by the big man Hilgendorf. Comes up short, gets his own rebound. Kicks it out. Creech drives, and he'll draw the foul. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. A 25-point Hastings lead right here with 3:39 left in the third quarter. As Zach Wilson at the scorer's table. He'll get set to check in on the Gering side. Creech good on the first free throw. In for the Tigers is Whitty. and Sinek. Creech can't make the second free throw, but the rebound putback is good by Whitty, and he's fouled. So Whitty, who just checks into the Hastings lineup, gets into the scorebook. Make it 43-15. And foul was on Turner Ray. He picks up his fourth personal as they can't convert on traditional three-point play. And Gering will quickly come the other way. Bozanka loses the handle, loose ball picked up, and a held ball. And the possession arrow
Jump ball, possession arrow, Gering.
will keep the ball at the Gering end. And Caleb Gonzalez will trigger the inbound. And we've got a substitution at the scorer's table. Landon Jacobus in for the big man, Hagen Hilgendorf. Gonzalez quickly into Cole Nevers for a quick three, and Cole Nevers drains the three. He's got 6. 43-18 with 2:28 left third quarter. Hastings with the ball. Skip pass to Sinek. Sinek avoids a double team. Back to Creech. One-hand pass. Bovey. 3 from the left corner. Too strong. Battle for Jacobus. Picks it up. He'll kick it back to Bovey. Bovey flips it up with the right hand and flips it in. Bovey gets into the scorebook for the first time tonight. 45-18, 2:02 left. Ebers driving, can't score. Bozanka saves from going out of bounds to Franklin. To Gonzalez, drive, dish, Ebers, spin move, loses the ball. Franklin picks it up, misses the shot, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And Colton Ebers experienced a little bit of a sore back as he went down to his lower back. Jack Franklin hitting the free throw. To make it 45-18. Second one on the way as Jack hits them both. He's got 4 in the game. That makes it 45-20 with 1:44 left. Hastings with the ball. Jacobus driving and losing the handle is Mike Bovey. And Gering will have it, trailing by 25. Here's Ebers with it on the right wing. See. Holds cross-court pass to Bryce Sherrill. Sherrill driving, dishing. Ebers, 3-ball, right corner, in and out. Rebound fought for. Creech comes down with it for Hastings with 1:19 left in the third quarter. Between the leg dribble, now Creech will pull it out. High cross-court pass to Jacobus. Bounce back to Creech. And traveling called on Creech as he fired the pass to Bovey. And Gering will have it with 1:08 left in the third quarter, trailing 45-20 here. Hastings ranked number 3 according to the Omaha World Herald in Class B. Jack Franklin quickly to Sherrill. He drives, has the ball stripped away. Creech on the run out all the way to the basket, off the glass and in. Creech with 18 points. Makes it 47-20. And officials talking to head coach Lance Creech as they come up the floor. As the conversation continues, as Coach Creech pointing something out. And the discussion over as Gering has it, trailing by 27 points, 42 seconds left. Sherrill handles it top of the key. Ball fake to Gonzalez, quickly to Jack Franklin. 32 seconds left as Gonzalez pounds a dribble out by the 10-second line. Now directing traffic as Zach Wilson into the Gering lineup. He'll come around, get the pass on the right wing. Wilson, Jack Franklin with it. Gering looking to score. 13 seconds left. 3 ball by Gonzalez, tipped around into the hands of Sherrill. He can't convert it. And then Creech comes down with it. 5 seconds left. 4 seconds left. Quick pass into Whitty, and Whitty scores it. And that basket ends.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Why do we work all hours of the night? Head towards challenges instead of turning away, and work together to solve the toughest problems so you can enjoy the little things and all the big moments life has to offer. Tri-State and our family of electric cooperatives. Brighter, stronger, better together.
Call local Gering Allstate agent Michael Engel. Hop at 308-436-2123 today. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Allstate monthly income term is a term life insurance policy issued by Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, subject to availability and qualifications.
93.3 KMOR.
Back for the final 8 minutes here from Gering High School. Hastings on top by 29, 49-20. Hastings outscoring Gering 24-10 in the third quarter. Hastings with the ball to start this final 8 minutes. High post, they go to Hilgendorf. Kick out to Sinek along the baseline to Schroeder. He'll give it up to Bovey. Back to Sinek. 3 ball from the left-hander. Comes up just a little bit short, and Zach Wilson comes down with the rebound for Gering. Gering working from left to right as Ebers has it. He'll hand it off to Jack Franklin. They won the weave out front to Gonzalez. Back to Ebers for a 3 ball. Air ball, Jack Franklin right there to pick it up and put it in. 49-22. Hastings leads it. Here's J.T. Cafferty with it. Takes to the free throw line. Cut off by the double team. To Hilgendorf. 15-footer for the big man. He drains that. He's got 12. 51-20. 7 minutes left in the game. Jack Franklin at the Gering end has it. Now he'll drive right side and lose the handle, but a blocking foul called on Hastings' Mike Bovey. And Gering will have it at their offensive end as the third personal on Bovey. 4th team foul on Hastings. Zach Wilson out and Brett Pazanka back in for Gering. Gonzalez triggers the inbound quickly to Ebers. To the basket, the drive off the glass doesn't go. Hilgendorf rips down the rebound for Hastings. They'll come the other way. Lobs down to Schroeder underneath the basket. Kick out to Hilgendorf. He can't convert. Rebound tipped around. Finally picked up by Schroeder. To Cafferty. Cafferty has it on the dribble. They'll bounce high post to Hilgendorf. Ball fake. Puts up the 15-footer off the mark. Gonzalez comes down with the rebound for Gering. Gets it ahead to Ebers, to Franklin in the corner. He has it on the right side. Now he'll bring it top of the key, left side to Brett Pazanka against the big man. Hilgendorf now put it on the floor. Drive to the basket, off the glass and in. Brett Pazanka gets into the scorebook to make it 51-24 with 6 minutes left in the game. Bovey for a 3 ball at the Hastings and he drains that one. He's got 5. 54-24. It's a 30-point Hastings lead with 5:47 left in the game. Double team, almost knocked away from Gonzalez. He regains it in the corner. Ebers drives baseline, can't score it, gets his own rebound, and it's blocked from behind by Schroeder. And that'll send Colton Ebers to the free throw line. As second personal on Schroeder, 5th team foul on Hastings. And Colton Ebers with 3 points in the first half. Off on the first one as Brennan Whitty back into the Hastings lineup. 5:35 left in the game. Ebers misses both of them, and Hastings will come the other way, leading by 30. Sinek, as they work it quickly around the outside arc. Now they lob to the big man, Hilgendorf, and he lays it up and in. 14 points for Hilgendorf, and it's 56-24. 5:14 left in the game. To Gering end, Ebers has it beyond the arc right side. Now bring it top of the key to Pazanka, wide open three, back iron. Brett runs down his own rebound. He'll find Sherrill, ball fake, he takes it into the paint and blocked from behind, but he'll draw the foul. Cafferty on the foul for Hastings, and that'll send Bryce Sherrill to the free throw line. And check it, that's on Jarrett Sinek. But the 6th-team foul on Hastings. And Bryce Sherrill at the free throw line. First one off, no good. Be with us tomorrow afternoon at noon as Columbus comes to town. As the big man Hilgendorf checks out for Hastings. Landon Jacobus, a 5'10 junior, checking in. Sherrill hits the second free throw. He's got 5 in the game. 56-25 with 4:53 left in the game. Jacobus handles the ball for Hastings. Gives it up to Bovee. Bounce pass cross court. Back to Jacobus. Hounded by Pazanka. Gets it inside to Cafferty. And a three by Sinek from the left corner doesn't go. Rebound put back. Whitty, and he's fouled. Brennan Whitty with 6 points. Make it 58-25, and that'll send Brennan Whitty, a 6'4 junior, to the line. Foul was on Jack Franklin. Jack picks up his first, team 6, as Whitty converts on the traditional 3-point play. And it's 59-25. Checking out will be Bovee. And checking in is Jack Coyle on the Hastings side. Substitution on the Gering side. Here's Riley Goodrow. Riley was in the first half. And also checking in is Noah Longoria. He's got the ball out front. Finds Pazanka to Goodrow, high post. The hand to Pazanka. To Ebers, looking inside, nothing doing there. Goodrow with it. As Ebers can't handle the pass, and pass hits the sideline, it goes out of bounds. And that gives it back to Hastings as Sam Rushello, a 6'3 sophomore, checking into the game for Bryce Sherrill. And Hastings with the ball, leading 59-25. Coyle handling for Hastings. Finds Sinek, he'll back it out on the right side. Sinek on the bounce to Jacobus, left wing. Hastings running some time here. Sinek will drive, dish, 3-ball, Whitty, count it. Whitty with 10, and a timeout on the floor, a 30-second timeout, and we will keep it right here from Gering High School with the score 62-25. As we said, Hastings will travel to Alliance tomorrow to take on the Alliance Bulldogs, and Gering's opponent tomorrow, Columbus. The Discoverers are in Alliance tonight. They will travel down here to Gering for an afternoon double dip. The girls' game will start at noon with the boys' game to follow. And the Gering girls go to 2-3 on the year with a 53-42 lost to the Hastings girls. The Hastings girls get their first win on the year. Out of the timeout, back to action. Gering with the ball. Longoria, left side three. Brett Pazanka counted. Brett Pazanka with 5. 65-28. With 3:15 left in the game. Check it, 61. Now I'll get the score right. Into the Hastings lineup, Braden Schramm. And Justin Musgrave into the Hastings lineup. And checking in will be Riley Hoke and Hunter Walker on the Gering side. As Hastings on the inbound. Schramm with it, ball stolen away by Longoria. On the run out, Longoria to the basket with the scoop shot. And Noah Longoria gets into the scorebook. 61-30 with 2:48 left. Musgrave handles, finds Coyle on the right side. They lob high post to Jacobus. He's double teamed. They'll have to kick it out, go in the corner, left side for a 3 for Braden Schramm. 64-30 Hastings. Longoria loses the handle at the Gering offensive end. He would dribble to the left side. Hope bounce down low, Rushalow to the basket. Sam can't score. Goodrow rebound, putback doesn't go, but Goodrow fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Here with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the game. Riley Goodrow, 5'10" senior. First one on the way, comes up just a little bit short. Stay with us following this one. We'll have our post-game show catered by Runza. Look at the final numbers brought to you by Arby's and name our Taco John's player of the game. Goodrow's second one too strong. Walker can't control the rebound. Hope tries to save it from going out of bounds. And got there just a little bit late, and that'll give the ball back to Hastings. 2 minutes, 7 seconds left. Into the front court comes Schramm. Finds Coyle with it. Coyle to the left side. Kick it inside, down low, and Jacobus cutting to the basket. Lays it up and in. His first 2 of the game. Hastings by 36, a minute 45 left in the game. Walker kicks it to Longoria inside the arc. Longoria with 4 points in the game. Make it 66-32. Nearing the 1 minute mark. Coyle to Musgrave, back to Coyle. They kick it back out to Musgrave for a 3 ball. And Musgrave drains that one. 69-32 with a minute 11 left. And a foul down low on Justin Musgrave. And that will, first on him, 18 foul on Hastings. That'll put Riley Goodrow at the free throw line. Also into the game, Kobe Fiesel. Riley Goodrow misses the front end. Rebound fought for. Jacobus loses his balance and gets called for traveling. And that'll give it back to Gering with a minute 7 left. 69-32. Full court pressures. Hunter Walker to trigger the inbound. Throws it out on top to Hoke. Back to Hunter Walker on the right side. Hunter into the inside the arc. Kick out to Longoria. Bounce down low. Rushalow triple teamed, and Sam shuffles his feet. And Hastings will have it with 55 seconds left in the game. So Hastings will remain undefeated, go to 4-0. Gering's losing streak goes to 3 games. They'll drop to 1-4 after this one. Schramm handling the ball. They dish down low to Jacobus, and Jacobus with the reverse layup. He's got 4 in the game. 71-32, 35 seconds left. Hoke driving, can't score it, but Sam Rushelo with the rebound putback. 71-34, 25 seconds left. Schramm kick out to Musgrave for a 3-ball, and Musgrave back-to-back threes. 74-34, 13 seconds left in the game. Hunter Walker driving left side, shot doesn't go, but a foul down low, and that'll put Hunter Walker at the line with 6.8 seconds left in the game. Hunter Walker, a 6'1" senior, at the line for the first time tonight. Drains the first one. 74-35. Hunter will get a second one right here. That one on the way, too strong. Rebound can't be controlled by Jacobus. And Gering with 5.6 seconds left will trigger an inbound underneath their own basket, baseline right. Longoria on the toss in, looking, finds Rushelo down low. Sam to the basket, can't score it. And the rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Gering with exactly 1 second left. And they'll throw it in. Schramm will hold it. And the clock runs out. And that ends it here on the boys' side tonight from Gering High School. Your final score from Gering: Hastings 74.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
When you're Arby's, you can do certain things, like load roast beef and curly fries onto a sandwich, add horsey sauce, Arby's sauce, and cheddar cheese sauce on there. Sell them 2 for $6. And when you're Arby's, you can call it the Arbinator. Because if you aren't, Arbinator is a super strange name to just invent. Arby's, we have the meat.
Reimagined. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. Rate comparison based on FDIC national rate. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
It's time now for the Runza Post-Game Show, presented by Runza Restaurants. Runza makes a great stop before or after every game. Win or lose, Runza makes it all better. Now with the Runza Post-Game Show, once again, Jeff Kelly.
And welcome back to Gering High School. The boys' game's in the book, and it was all Hastings in this one, as Hastings came into tonight's game ranked number 3 in Class B according to the Omaha World Herald. They came in at 3-0. They leave at 4-0 with a 74-35 win over Gering here tonight. All Hastings in this one, as they led 12-8 after the end of the first quarter. They outscored Gering 13-2 in the second quarter to lead 25-10 at halftime. Gering was held scoreless in the second quarter until a minute 52 left before the end of the first half. Into the third quarter, Hastings goes on a 13-0 run to take a 38-11 lead, and Hastings led 49-20 at the end of the third quarter as they outscored Gering in the third quarter 24-10 in the third quarter. From then on, it was all Hastings as they open up a 64-30 lead, a 34-point lead, and they keep it at that point at 66-32, and then down the stretch they led it 71-34, with the final score being 74-35 was your final score here from Gering High School tonight, as the Gering Bulldogs drop to 1-4 on the year, and they are now riding a 3-game losing streak. And as we said, Hastings goes to 4-0 on the year, and they will take on Alliance tomorrow afternoon, I should say, in Alliance, as Columbus comes here tomorrow afternoon to take on Gering. Well, the post-game show is catered by Runza, proud sponsor of Gering High School. Runza.
At TC & More in Scottsbluff, we have toys and puzzles for your children, or they make a great gift. TC & More has craft activities, pretend play toys, and dozens of puzzles and games for all ages. We also have the largest supply of Melissa and Doug toys. And we still carry all of your classroom essentials. Remember to like TC & More on Facebook. TC & More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
With 11% off everything, now at Menards. Sale prices good until December 15th. Savings are available now. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Menards. 93.3 KMOR.
And back here at Gering High School in the Runza post-game show, 74-35. Gering loses it to state-ranked Hastings to drop to 1-3 on the year. And now it's time to look at the numbers brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. Take a look at the scoring totals first for Hastings, as they had 4 players in double figures here tonight, and 2 players tying for team high honors on the Hastings side, as the big man Hagen Hilgendorf finishes with 14. He had 9 in the second half, and Jake Schroeder, the 6'5 senior, also finishes up with 14 points. He had 6 in the second half. And let's jump back, as really Connor Creech with game high honors for Hastings, as he ends with 18 on the night. He had 7 in the second half. And Brennan Whitty, who came off the Hastings bench, he finishes with 10 points. 6 points tonight for Justin Musgrave, 3 for Braden Schramm off the bench. JT Cafferty with 1 point tonight, Mike Bovey with 5, and Landon Jacobus with 4 points here tonight for Hastings. Nobody in double figures on the Gering side tonight, as Gering faced a very tough team here tonight and had a hard time finding any offense. But 3 players with 6 points tonight for Gering: Jack Franklin, Colton Ebers, and Caleb Gonzalez. Bryce Sherrill ended with 5 points tonight. He had 4 at halftime, held to 1 point in the second half. 5 points for Brett Pazanka in the game. 4 points for Noah Longoria. Hunter Walker gets into the scorebook with 1 point on a free throw, and Sam Rushelo also from the free throw line tonight. He finishes with 1 point, as Gering loses it 74-35 was your final score here tonight. And we'll come back, name our Taco John's player of the game, hopefully get some post-game comments from head coach Kyle Cotton.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
We're in a hot tub, but there's plenty more. So stop into High Plains Spas Recreation, where they sell fun. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, 115 West Overland Drive, Scottsbluff. It is Ryan Seacrest. The holidays coming up quickly. but you still have time to get your shopping done and rack up holiday cash back. With Rakuten, you can get cash back on all your last-minute purchases, big and small. Gifts for unexpected guests, a spontaneous trip to the tropics, or outfits for the festive party circuit. If you need it for the holidays, you can get cash back on it. Just download the app or visit the website and shop like you normally do. You'll rack up cash back fast. Holiday cash back. Rack it up with Rakuten.
93.3 KMOR.
And welcome back to Gering High School, 74-35. Gering goes down to defeat at the hands of the number 3 ranked team in Class B, the Hastings Tigers. And Gering will drop to 1-4 on the year as Hastings goes to 4-0 on the season. They will be in alliance tomorrow night, while Gering will host Columbus here tomorrow afternoon with a girls tip-off of 12 noon. Well, the player of the game is brought to you by Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gering. Make Taco John's a game day tradition by unwrapping the original before or after every game. And our Taco John's player of the game here tonight, we're going to give that to Caleb Gonzalez, as the 5'8 senior with 6 points tonight on 2 threes. As head coach Kyle Cotton joins us here on the Runs a Post Game show. So is this one you kind of just put in the back of your mind and never try to remember? This was a tough team that you faced here tonight.
Yeah, we knew coming in, they're the second-rated team in the state.
Of all oil changes and all cars purchased to the Pup and Cat Pat program. For 25 years of business, we're hoping to raise $2,500. Come in today and help us beat our goal of $2,500 to a program that means so much to so many in our area. Thank you for allowing us to serve your car needs for the last 25 years. Team Chevrolet GMC in Scottsbluff. Find new roads.
This is Travis with Heritage Irrigation Service, your local T&L center pivot dealer. With the 2019 irrigation season behind us, now is time to reflect on this past year. The farmers in this valley faced challenge after challenge, yet they persevered. Don't let your center pivot be an added challenge come next season. Whether your tie-ins are rusted out, your gasket sprung a leak, now is the time to make any necessary repairs on your machine. Not only do we proudly offer T&L irrigation systems, but we service all makes of center pivots. Contact me at 308-641-1677.
Your property is a piece of America. The good
knock down some shots, we'll be all right.
It seemed, as you mentioned, their length gave you a lot of trouble. It seemed like you were just having a really tough time trying to find opportunities to score. Nothing inside tonight with the big man. He really shut off the inside for you.
Yeah, they're just big, they're long, they're athletic. We knew that coming in. We knew we had to be patient. I thought we did everything right the first half. You can always clean up stuff, but the game plan was there. It worked. We held them to 25, which is right where we want to have them. We just couldn't get anything going on offense, and we got to attack the rim a little better. We're settling for jump shots, and that's the game nowadays. You want teams to shoot jump shots over you, and if you can have teams do that, you're going to be successful, and they did that to us.
Well, like you say, not much time to think about this one. A quick turnaround for tomorrow, your third game in 3 days. How is the team holding up with this many games and in this many days? And you did the same thing last week. And you're seeing any fatigue from this team right now?
Yeah, I think that's always going to happen. 6 games in 7 days now. So it's going to have a little bit of a factor. We kind of opened the bench up a little bit more today just so we could have some legs tomorrow, or try to. The guys that came in today, I thought, did an excellent job. They didn't, the intensity level didn't drop. We didn't lose anything with them coming in, so that's a positive moving forward. But, we're hopeful that our conditioning in the preseason is going to, sustain us right now. But, I like where we're headed. The score isn't quite, what we wanted, of course, but if we can continually get better, and compete, then I think we'll be okay.
So what do you build on tomorrow when you take on Columbus?
Well, it's a completely different team. Columbus is athletic, and they're going to run. Hastings is big and athletic and long, and they like to move the ball and shoot threes. So we just have to make sure that we're trying to do what we can do. And, right now we have to focus on ourselves. We haven't been together long enough to be able to really focus on other teams. We have a game plan for them in place, but we're really focused on ourselves and how we can improve so that we can just continually get better.
All right, a tough one for you tonight, but a chance to bounce back tomorrow. Coach, we appreciate you stopping by.
Yep, no problem. Thank you.
All right, Kyle Cotton joined us here on our Runs the Post game show as Gering goes down to defeat 74-35 was your final score. So let's take our final break, and we'll come back and wrap things up.
Hey, Grandma, thanks for all the gifts.
Oh, I'm so glad you like them. I'm really sorry I couldn't make it.
Yeah, we are too.
Set timer for 15 minutes.
Mom, Dad, say hi to Grandma.
Hey,
Hi. Oh, miss you guys.
We're making your famous mashed potatoes.
Set the crock pot on high.
Wow, technology sure has changed.
Everyone, say hi to Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
When a strong, reliable network really counts, let our Allo family worry about the technology that keeps you connected.
Winter is upon us, and while safety is an important consideration all year long, there are some auto maintenance and safety checks that are specific to winter driving. To be sure you don't end up a road popsicle, take your vehicle to High Tech Auto and let Terry's team help you get an upper hand on Old Man Winter.
Christmas decoration contest for the United Way of Western Nebraska. To enter your home or business, call United Way at 308-635-2522. Voting will take place from the 4th to the 18th at any of the Platte Valley Bank Scotts Bluff locations. For $1 a vote, you can win gift card prizes for the top 3 houses.
93.3 KMOR.
And back here at Gering High School to wrap things up here, the Gering boys go to 1-4 on the year as they lose to Hastings 74-35 is your final score. And we'll be right back here tomorrow afternoon as Columbus comes to town. Boy-girl doubleheader. Once again, the girls will tip it off at 12 noon, followed up by the boys' game. I'd like to thank all the help tonight, the KNEB.TV crew here at Gering High School. Thanks for all their help. And thanks to Javi back at the KNEB studios. And until tomorrow afternoon, I'm Jeff Kelly. Good night from Gering High School.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter,